Hello, I am Test Drive, or maybe I should say Leah, and welcome to a brand new update video. Yes, I know it has been very slow recently with how I've been just uploading and really updating anything recently, and I have some reasons for that, and we're going to go over a bunch of different stuff that I want to talk about in this video, and hopefully I should answer some questions and just give a general idea of what to expect, what's been happening, stuff like that. And really the biggest thing that is going to change is the fact that instead of just being Test Drive on this here YouTube channel, I am going to be switching the name up to include Test Drive, but is going to be Leah Test Drive. Basically first and last name kind of situation. Because as cool as it is to be just Test Drive, it's not that easy to search, it's not that easy to find, it's not particularly unique to say the least. So we're going to be changing that up, and instead of just Test Drive, it will be Leah space Test Drive, and that's just a forewarning in case you're trying to find me on a list or something. Of course, I'll be under the L now instead of the T, and I don't know when this change is going to go into effect, maybe a couple days from now. I will give this video at least a few days to be able to reach as many people as possible before I actually change it. And alongside that, I will be updating my branding on, well, I already did Twitch. We'll talk about that in a minute. I changed my Twitch username to Leah_TestDrive. If you see that, then that is me. It's not an imposter or anything. I do plan to change up the branding of my channel, like the photos and stuff, a little bit. Probably won't change like anything like thumbnails or anything like that, but yeah, that is kind of the biggest change I plan to make here in the nearest future. So that's the biggest thing, and then I think the second biggest thing that is going to change ASAP is the fact that I am putting everything from PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 on hold. You've probably heard about the whole PlayStation disc situation. If you can believe it, I'm not a fan. So I will be not canceling, but just stopping and concluding my Gran Turismo 7 playthrough as it is with 57 parts, I think it is. I hadn't uploaded in a while anyways, so it's not like it's that big of a deal to me personally. Obviously, I didn't 100% everything, but I just don't really care to support the company at all, like even with content or anything. I'm not buying any games. I've already pretty much disconnected my PS5 from everything anyways. I will be uploading the credits of Gran Turismo 7 as its own video, probably the day after this video comes out, and that will be that. The only other one, or the other game that I had going on from the PS5 was Arknights Endfield, and I've just decided to just, because of multiple reasons, and it just didn't really work out for me making videos of it, I just basically axed it completely. I know that there are a few people who watch it, I do appreciate that, but I think it's something that I would much rather enjoy on my own, and it's going to be a lot easier to just play it, even though I haven't played it still since way long ago. I recorded a part of a video after the second part that I never uploaded, and that was pretty much all I played of it, and that was months and months ago. So it will be concluded and just kept to myself from this point on. I mentioned that my Twitch channel had also changed its name, or I changed the name of my Twitch channel to represent my rebranding thing. And wow, Twitch really decided right as I was like making an outline of this video to say, hey, we're having internal talks about making generative AI forced upon everything that people stream on our platform. I will leave a link to a Blue Sky post in the description of a person that is very well known for like leaks and stuff and information about Twitch specifically. Probably has some sort of contacts within the company or something. And yeah, this is not great. If you can believe it, I still despise generative AI. Like, everything I see with it, if somebody posts something, I don't even just ignore it, I block them. So I'm not a fan of that. I was about to say, like, I was making this whole section to be like, hey, I kind of want to do some streaming and stuff again. But now I'm like, do I really want to? Do I really want to be involved with this website that's going to basically just take my stuff for themselves, not just people like obviously there's going to be people that just train generative AI and crap on stuff without any kind of permission, just random people. But when the company itself is doing it, no thanks. Of course, this is still kind of speculative, but I really don't want to mess with it because of that, and until further information comes out, with how Amazon is and how much companies are still trying to shove generative AI into everything, it's not that unbelievable that this would happen. So I'm gonna watch out, but more than likely, if I do stream anything, I guess it might be on YouTube. I don't really want to stream on YouTube, but I don't really have any other better options, so I'm just like, I don't know. I was wanting to do some stuff like playing through like Midnight Club 3 again in LA again with the music on and just playing through them basically, but obviously YouTube doesn't really vibe with that because of copyright stuff, so I was gonna use Twitch, and yeah, that is very, very uncertain to say the least. And finally, I do want to mention with the playthroughs side of things, like what I have currently going on my channel and what I plan to do, sort of, in the future. I'm not going to stop doing PlayStation 3 and 2 and 1 stuff. I'm specifically just going to stop playing like PS4 and PS5 games because those are the ones that are still very readily available. And I don't really want people to spend their money on anything PlayStation if I can help it. So I will not be giving them free promotion, to say the least. But yeah, everything else, Final Fantasy 13 on PS3, ATV Offered Free 2 on PS2. Eventually, those games will continue. I'll give my reasoning of why they haven't continued in a bit towards the end of this video, but don't worry, they will still be coming. The final big update I really have is that because of, once again, terrible decisions from a company, I haven't really been using Discord all too much, besides for messaging. Like, I pretty much don't go into any servers or anything anymore. And if you didn't know, I have my own server for posting stuff, and I had a bunch of channels and stuff. But I think because of my feelings towards Discord and just not having interest in continuing to be a part of Discord at all, besides like messaging, like I said, is I am going to be taking my Discord server from my channel that I use for updating on videos and streams and other updates and stuff, and I am going to basically just make it kind of a read-only thing where I'm going to give some information in like a channel or two, and then basically use it for updates, video releases, and it again, if I end up streaming notifications, and everything else will be pretty much locked down, and it will be made into a just super simple kind of an updates only kind of server. Just because, again, I just have no real interest in using it for much more than that, and that's pretty much just for the people who don't want to use Blue Sky, as Blue Sky will probably be my only other thing, or only other social media of any sort that I will still be using, because it's the only one I use at the moment still. And if you want to follow me there, of course, link is always in the description below, and yeah, it's basically for people who just don't want to do that, or maybe I'll use the YouTube community tab, whatever the hell that thing is, the posts, I think it's called, to update stuff. And that will be pretty much it. I just don't feel like dealing with Discord anymore, so I'm going to make it as simple as possible, and that's that. In sort of the realm of other random things I want to talk about, I still do want to commit to actually doing more fun things, like fun video ideas for this channel. I do plan to keep on with the Leah's Archive stuff, which is the other channel that I made for like much higher quality edited content of sorts, while this will still be more so like playthroughs and stuff on this channel. But I also want to do stuff like, I want to move around some. I recently picked up an Xbox One Connect alongside an Xbox 360 Connect, and of course the Wii, and I would love to actually like get up and, you know, move around and actually do stuff, because I need to be more active. That is a good start, is to actually use it, but also be able to make content out of it, because I think it would also be fun content. So I would like to start doing that stuff more. I still need to figure out some of the logistics of like VTubing and stuff with it, but I do really want to do some of that kind of stuff. And another random thing that kind of just happened as of recently is I decided to finally put together some old PC parts I have, and actually I made or built a computer that I'm currently just running Windows 7 on. And it's nothing crazy, it's not going to change anything, not going to revolutionize anything on my channel or anything, but it will take a bunch of stress off of my main computer that currently has almost decade-old parts that I've been using for gaming, video, exporting, encoding, all that for nearly a decade now. So that will be nice to finally have that situated instead of just using one computer for everything, because also like the VTubing tracking and stuff like that is very taxing on the computer, and if I put it all together in one thing, a lot of times it'll lag. And I want to try, well, I like having the highest quality available for stuff. You might know from watching my videos, if you've seen much of my stuff before, I like to make sure everything is very well situated with quality, both audio, video, frame rates, stuff like that. So that'll be nice. And I currently just have Windows 7 on it because it was what I could use, and I'll probably end up having like Windows 10 or something on it. But it also, if you're curious about the specs, it's a Ryzen 1700. I always thought it was a 1700X, but apparently it's just a 1700 that I use in the mid-2010s, and also from the mid-2010s I have a GTX 770 graphics card in it, an NVIDIA GTX 770. So it's not the best, but it does actually run some stuff pretty well, especially like 2010 era stuff, which is a lot of what I've been playing. So I already have Fuel set up on it. I plan to use that for the next time I record Fuel, and it'll just be nice to not have to try and set up game captures and deal with compatibility issues and all that crap. So that will be very nice for specifically my end of things. Otherwise, in the realm of stuff I have been doing over the past couple of months, because again, it's been very, very slow. Let's go over some of the reasons of why there hasn't been much stuff. Well, pretty much I've been focusing on stuff on outside of YouTube, or just outside of YouTube, and doing videos and stuff like that in general, just because I've pretty much had to. Like, I have to take care of stuff outside of that, and also to, you know, make money to live and whatnot. And I just really haven't had the mental capacity to deal with trying to do more than one basic thing at a time. I've been dealing with medications and stuff, and psychiatrists and stuff like that. If you didn't know, brain not great, basically, for a while now, but I've been trying to slowly put it back together, and even tomorrow I have an appointment again, tomorrow as I'm recording this, I should say. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I think I'm pretty much where I'm going to be, so I just kind of have to get good and get past it. That's been the main roadblock I've had recently. Not to try and like be like, oh, I'm so sad and stuff, but not really. Like, it's just like tired, basically. I've just been completely out of it in that kind of way. But then also, I did actually move some things around. I have a much better space for like recording, but also like gaming and just kind of a general hangout area available now. And I have all my stuff actually, like my games, organized properly. I'll probably put in a little bit of video here over top of this to show you the shelving and stuff. I have a bunch of movies that I've been picking up. Basically, going to thrift stores has been my number one source of entertainment as of recently, and just picking up cheap games and whatever else I see that tickles my fancy. It's been nice. It's been keeping me going in general. It also gives me some physical exercise, as I said I needed. One thing I would like to do that I've been actually working on, but I haven't quite gotten around to, is I want to get a standing desk, finally. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I finally want to commit to it, and I bought a thing that I thought I could use. I found it at a thrift store for very cheap. It's like an adapter where you can basically, you can put it on top of an existing desk, and then it basically converts it into a standing desk, which is nice, and especially for somebody who like me who's tall, it'd be nice to have that extra flexibility of being able to adjust it more specifically, I guess. And unfortunately that does not work because my desk is not the correct dimensions for it, so can't use that. But I do want to get a standing desk still, and also I want to be able to like move around more as I'm doing stuff, because I've noticed that sitting in one spot for a while, especially if I want to record longer videos, which is what I plan to do, it don't feel good. So that will be something I will be working on. It'll be better for my health, to say the least. And I guess otherwise, the only other thing that I've been kind of doing as of recently, just in general, is I got back into gacha gaming a little bit, and specifically, not really gacha part of it, but I started playing Honkai Star Rail, and it was a game that I didn't really vibe with too much the first time I played it back a couple years ago, because I didn't care much about turn-based gameplay, not really that big into it. But then I started playing Pokemon. I found a way to play Pokemon Black, the first Pokemon Black, and I think I learned how to play turn-based games. So then I went back to Star Rail recently, and I'm like, damn, this shit is good. So I have been taking care of that. Like in a week, I played through the entire like 1.0 stuff. So yeah, that's just me yapping about stuff I've been doing. And that is pretty much, I think, where this is going to conclude, because I don't really have much else to say. I feel like I should be able to get back into doing stuff again soon. I don't really have any kind of plans for any kind of scheduling or how much I'm going to be uploading or anything. It's pretty much just going to be whatever I can do, and maybe we'll put in some full playthroughs and longer videos, like just long plays of sorts, and like not really worrying about, oh, I'm gonna do this event in this game for this video, like just going past that in some games, but also keeping it for some. And that's pretty much that. I hope you all enjoyed this silly little update video, and I am excited to do some stuff again, and I don't really have much else to say, so thank you all so very much for watching this. Thank you. And I will see you hopefully pretty soon in some more gaming videos.